To Coffee and Art in the Afternoon. I'm Dee Dee. I think we're going to color in some intricate ink. Tim Jeff's coloring book. I got this on sale at Hobby Lobby for like $6 and change. And I'm almost done with this iguana here, or Komodo dragon, or whatever it is. But I'm going to move on to the sea turtle here, and we're going to work on this. And so anyway, this is kind of also like a test with the chat. Apparently Ustream has changed some more things. Hey Shalene, and I had to physically go in and turn chat back on. And I'll just say this at the beginning here so that if anybody's watching this recording, and I am recording, hopefully that's not going to be a problem, recording and uploading to YouTube. But we used to have the little people icon, the settings icon, and a little square here to pop chat out. That's no longer there. So we can't pop chat out. At least it's not there for me and for some of the other girls that are here. So that means my chat, now I have to toggle to see who's here and see the chat. And also I can't pop the chat out so it's bigger so I can read it easier. It's very tiny. I could, I'm sure I can adjust the percentage, but I'm not going to do it now because that might just mess it all up again. So we're going to roll with it, and hopefully it's very tiny for me to read, but I'll do my best. All right, so I'm going to look up some sea turtle colors and do this. Hey Mindy, and anybody else I missed because I can't see the list. Let's see. I want to look up. I'm just going to use my phone here. Sea turtles. I just want to get the color of them. So, hope everybody's doing well. Let's see here. I know they're blues and greens, but I just want to see if I could find a nice clear color one. Otherwise I'll just do them whatever I want. Because we're the boss of our color book. Let's see. That one looks kind of good color wise. Let me do sea turtle colors. So definitely, if you want to talk to me, put it in caps. Okay, so here's one with blues and greens. That's pretty standard, although some of them are brown. I think I'll go with some teals and greens, something like that. So if y'all have any questions or anything, I think we'll go with those colors because they're pretty. Okay, so I'm going to use some watercolors. I have out my Gamzee Tanbai Kuritakes, and I might have to get my light back over here because it got dark. Clouds went behind the camera. I mean, behind the clouds. So let's brighten this up a little. There we go. My blue one. Yeah, I think I'm going to do like tealy green, like teal colors. The other thing that I'm using, I probably won't use necessarily on this turtle, but I also have my little sets of Jane Davenport here. This is good for skin especially, but right now I think I'm just going to mix me up some colors here in my little palette. Hey hey sister woman, Jonna, how you been? Good to see you. I'm kind of liking this color right here, this kind of tealy color. So let's see. Let's go with that. Let's get some of that out. And I think I'll go with that teal on the top of him with maybe, I clean my brush off with a Kleenex as I go. So just kind of clean that off. And then I think maybe some ochre, some yellow ochre here. Let's put that down in here. So I'm going to go with those two colors for the shell. And then under his body here, maybe some lime green or something. I'm just kind of, these are some general colors. Hey Carol TMT, we finally got chat, although we have no pop-out chat. And I explained that at the beginning. I think I should start with a little bit of the yellow ochre first, because I want that around kind of the edges, some of in here. So yeah, we have no pop-out chat, but we're going to roll with it, even though it's really hard to read, tiny as it is. So yeah, so Sister Woman, how you been? It's been a while. Darcy too. I haven't seen Darcy really anywhere. Oh great, what's that? Why is the cable guy stopping in front of my house? I hope they're not hooking somebody up and gonna dislodge me. Just saying. They might be adding somebody to the cable system. I hope not. I mean, not that I don't want someone to get cable. I just don't want them to interrupt me. So we'll see. He's got his little bag. I think he's going to the house next door. Yeah. Let's see. Yeah, I think he's going to the house next door, so they might be getting cable. All right. Making a master sheet of all the passes. And now I'm going to go in here with the teal color. Yeah, I see him walking up to the house next door, so hopefully they're just not going to disrupt us here. And I'm going to put some teal with this ochre on the shell. So I'm trying not to like oversaturate it. It will buckle some, but I'm trying to kind of keep it not real wet. Still, we're trying to see what John has been up to. Yeah, I guess she's hadn't said yet where she's been. She's been traveling in Zippy. You been out in Zippy lately, Sister Woman? So I'm liking that, and you know, keeping it like light. Then it's you still see all the line, you know, the grayscale underneath. Yeah, it's a little thicker than copy paper, but not much. But it's kind of like kind of coated or something. So it makes it a little like, I don't want to say more waterproof, but you know, it's a little more like a coating on it. So, yeah, I guess Jonna hadn't said how she's doing. Okay, I'll keep moving on. I was trying to catch up with her. So I'm going to use some sienna and a little bit of that ochre. And I got my eye looking out the window at the cable guy. So, but I think underneath, like right under the shell here, is kind of a sienna color. but I'm not really following it exactly. Oh, I need to do those little squares too. Hang on, I gotta go back to the teal because I want these little squares to be teal. Those little areas, and I think I want sienna in between. I might have to do that with pencil just so I can get a nice crisp line in between. Thanks, Jean. A little bit more, and you really need to really let it dry before you add another layer. I'm kind of getting ahead of myself here because it'll start buckling if you do add too much water. That's true of any non-watercolor paper, but they kind of go kind of fast because they're so shaded for you. You know, it doesn't take a lot to make it look good. A whole kitchen from the 50s. Oh, you're going to redo the whole inside of Zippy with the 1950s kitchen? All in aqua. Oh, you need to take pictures of your progress so we can watch it with you. Or is that too much pressure? Is it too much pressure to have us all watch you? And I know that there's another second book of his out. I haven't seen it or looked for it really. Thanks, guys. You like that blue? Yeah. So I think I'm going to go ahead and do his fins that color. No, let's see. I think I'm going to start with a lime green color. There's a little bit of green here, and I'm going to add some lime green too. I'm squeezing. This is where you add your water. Squeeze your water out on the palette, not when you're not here. Don't squeeze any water out here. I think I'm going to go ahead and do, and I want his, well, wait, let me go back, because I want some of that sienna color, like on his, part of his head here. And then I'll blend that in. And then I want some of that tealy color up in his face on the top part here. And also some lime green. I'm going to kind of just do it like all three colors there. Whoops, sorry, got out of... Oh, there goes the cable, guys, driving off. Okay, yay! So, I don't know, maybe you just had to check on something, or I don't know, but... Anyway, he's driving away, so we're good. All right, so then I think I'm going to do some green down in his face here. Well, really, it's too green. Let's just do a little there on the blue. It's real easy to do this because it's half done for you. You know what I mean, Vern? And then I want his fins. I'm going to do the fins green and then add some teal to it. So let's do all green here. And then the shell underneath, I'll have the sienna. So let's get all these little fins. Squeeze out some water on my palette and get this nice and thin. So if you have any questions, definitely put it in caps because I don't have pop-out chat and the type is tiny. I mean, it is. I've got my lappy as close as I can get without it being right on top of me. It's tiny, tiny without being able to pop it out and change any sizes. At least for now. We'll have to play with the settings. They're always changing something. So, alright, there we go. I want that. And I'm thinking I don't know, it kind of might be nice to have it a light color. Alright, let's go back to some of the ochre color under here. And some of the sienna color right under here. And now go back to the teal color. And I'm just taking some paint out of the palette here, putting it here, and if I want any water, I'm squeezing it out here. That's pretty much all I'm doing. Alright, so I'm going to do some of these. I guess I could just do the whole thing. There's no like light lines in between. Like that. A little shading with the teal color. So, hope everyone's doing well. I'm hoping to go to the museum tomorrow to see the Andy Warhol exhibit. That's pretty much all I got going. That's all I got. So that looks kind of cool. Now I think I want a little bit more of the ochre color right in here, just a little bit on top. Okay, let's go to the back fins, and again, just going to shade with the teal color. Yeah, Jean's doing the watercolor a month. What is that prompt plate? Where are you getting your prompts from, Jean? I forgot because I'm not doing it. But Jean's doing a watercolor month of prompts. And she made her a little book. Oh, you're going to go see Spider-Man tomorrow in 3D IMAX. Fun, sister woman. Jean is doing the prompts. I'm doing the sketchbook summer, which is quite the challenge because you got to fill a sketchbook in a month, and I'm not near there. I don't know, you know, but I don't put the pressure on myself. If I don't get it done, it's like, oh well. You know, I'm working in the sketchbook, which I usually do anyway, but I'm working in it more just because of that. But am I going to stress about it if I don't finish it? No. Because I do plenty of art. Aaron, Doodle Wash started Worldwide Watercolor. Oh, okay, Doodle Wash. That's who started World Watercolor Month. Hey, Eileen. You have a solution for the pop-out chat? Tweet a picture and you can test it later. Okay, yeah, we don't want to test it now, do we? But you were right about it being turned off, Sarah. I had never had my chat turn off before, but I guess they did that because they were doing some changes. So I had to go in and physically, you know, after 7 years, I had to go turn my chat back, the chat enabling switch on, which I'd never had to do before in 7 years. But I did it and we got chat, but they changed everything now, so there's no pop-out chat. Angela, oh, that's right. You told me that before, Jean. Angela F-E-H-R, Fair, F-E-H-R, Angela Fair. I'm not sure how you pronounce it. So look how pretty that is. See? And it was nothing to do this. I think I might want some of the ochre. Let me water it down a little here. I might want the ochre so that that's not pure white on those, you know, in between. Just to have a tiny, tiny bit of color on there. On those lines. Although the white does kind of make it stand out. Maybe I should leave it white. Oh, okay, so Doodle Wash asked Angela for the prompts. Okay, oh good, Jean, and prizes. Well, anybody that wants to do watercolor this month, then go check that out. I mean, peruse the awesomeness. Thanks, Carol TMT. They are replacing our chat with a non-flash chat. They're switching it for all users by August 31st. Ah, so is that what we're on now? The non-flash chat, Sarah? Is that what we're on now? Oh my goodness. There's always tweaks in there. Always tweaks. Fair. Okay, that's how you pronounce her name. Thanks, Jean. Yeah, Sister Woman's here, Eileen. I know, we've been grilling her. I mean, asking her polite questions. And she's redoing Zippy in 1950s kitchen. And knowing Jonna, she's probably doing it all herself. If for those listening, if you're watching this recording, Zippy is her. What year is your camper? It's a pull-along camper. What year is it, Sister Woman? It's one of those old vintagey looking teal or not turquoise, aqua color ones. Oh, okay, Sarah. You'll have to get on something else, Jean. Of course she is, Eileen, doing it herself. Yeah. 1963. 1963 aqua. I might even have a picture of it. Let's see. Let me go to her Twitter from way back when. Let me do a search here. Scrappy Camper Sisters. Let's see. I think that's what it is. Yeah, there she is. All right, let me look at her media. She probably has a picture of Zippy in there somewhere. Oh, there's Ollie. Oh my gosh, I forgot about all your pictures here, Sister Woman. I'm looking for a picture of Zippy in here. It's like so cute. Oh, there's David Cassidy. What else you got in here, Sister Woman? Looking through your media. Let's see. Zippy's got to be in here somewhere. Hang on, guys. Hang on. Sure do go to a lot of events. No, that's a different. That's somebody else's there. Well, Sister Woman, don't you have a picture of Zippy in your... Oh, I bet there's one in Instagram. Do I need to go to Instagram? Actually, maybe I need to go to Instagram, Sister Woman. I really wanted to show off Zippy, but not seeing it in your in your Twitter. Let me go over to Instagram. See if I can find it there. Because I know it's your profile picture. Let's see if it won't let me bring up the profile picture on Instagram. Oh my gosh. There's got to be a picture of Zippy here somewhere. I'm trying. I'm not finding it. You tweeted a pitch to you, but no, for later. Okay. All right. Thanks, Sarah. I will. I for sure will. Now I'm trying to find Zippy. And not any luck. I can't believe you don't have any pictures of Zippy anywhere. For goodness sake, Sister Woman. Well, here's a little pin, a little clothespin, and it looks kind of like that kind of camper. Ah, sorry guys, I'm just not having any luck here. Yeah. Oh well, I tried. There's pictures on the ball. Yeah, but I can't go hunt it up right now. I can look real quick on Instagram and Twitter, but I don't have the blog link and all that handy. So, all right. So let's see what else we can do here. I'm kind of just liking that. I almost just kind of want some little stars or something, like some gold stars. And I do want his eye blacker because see how it's kind of gray? You know, it's kind of, the black is not pure black in these color books for the most part. For the most part, they're kind of like, you know, a dark gray because of the printing. I mean, I can tilt it there and there's more true color, but the black is not pure black. So I always like to go in either with a pencil or a pen and make the pupil darker, and also do where's my bag? Oh, pencil. I mean my supplies is in the other room where I've been sketching. I think this Posca will work. So I just want to make him have a couple extra highlights in his eye. And what else? Do I want to make some of these blacker? Stand out a little? Because like I said, it's not pure black. It's like off black where they printed it. So let's see if I get a gold pen. Let me get my gold gel pen, which I did buy a new one. And maybe do some little stars. Just some little subtle ones. And maybe a few dots, I don't know. Let's do about 5 here. Let's do maybe a smaller one here. Something like that. The black really added to it. Yeah. Because the black's not that black, right? It's a gray. You know, the printer ink is not 100% black. Then I think I'll just put a few little, just to indicate a few little stars here and there. Different sizes. A little star. And then we'll do another one. See, I'm just doing these kind of quick, guys. Although I do need to do a little bit something else on the iguana. I didn't finish shading his underbelly, so I need to finish shading him. And I will be tearing these out. I'll tear them out because they're one-sided. So if I wanted to do anything like with Copics or anything, I bet Copics would work on this. Just have to put something behind it. But any kind of 8.5 by 11 that are just pages that are not a story in themselves, I tear them out and put them in a binder. And of course my oversized pages, I got that 7 Gypsies ledger to put my oversized pages in. So something like that. That's good right there. You know? So, there we go. Thanks, guys. Well, you saw how quick it was. We haven't even been here 20 minutes. Although I think he needs a little bit more green, like right under his chest here. Just needs a little bit more. Oh, I didn't clean my brush. Gotta clean my brush. Needs just a little bit more green under the darker right under there. Maybe a little green here too. Extra green on the fins. A second layer, you know, a second layer of paint. After it dries, just like you do any kind of watercolor, you got to layer it up. So, just do that second layer. Okay, so I think we're done with him. Doesn't take long with these full-on grayscale, you know. All right, let me hit it with the heat gun real quick, and I'll go back and add that last shade on the iguana or lizard or whatever he is. I know he's got a name. And when I cut them out and put them in a binder in page protectors, I always put them on a black cardstock, and then on the back of the black cardstock, I'll write any information. Like I'll write Intricate Ink, Tim Jeffs, and, you know, Sea Turtle on the back. Well, I got this one it was on sale at Hobby Lobby for like $6 and change. Okay, did I get that dry enough to close it? I think so. All right, so I'm going to go back over here now to this iguana where I need a little bit more ochre and a little, see how it's kind of not real dark. I wanted a little bit darker ochre there. So let me just get some here. Mix that with a little bit of that leftover sienna. And this is where you squeeze your water out. Don't squeeze your water brush out on the piece. You'll be sorry. You want this? Well, and Shalene, there's a new one out. I think, if I'm not mistaken, Anne either ordered the new one or has the new one. I don't remember. But she's either got the new one or got the new one coming. So, yeah, look on Ann Siggers, Siggers, and see if she's got it yet. She's got this one. I think she's had this one for a while. See that, how that makes that darker, that just a little bit of darker right there? But I'm not having to do a lot of work. They're so already worked for you. But anyway, I don't know what's in the second book, the new book. She used her alcohol markers on one of these. Because I wanted to try, it's a bearded dragon. Thank you, Color Crystal, a bearded dragon. I was thinking Komodo dragon, but it didn't look quite right for that. Yeah, I wanted to try some Copics or alcohol markers, Hoo Hoo Heroes, whatever. Some alcohol-based markers on it. Just to see how it will, you know, because I haven't tried it in this book. I haven't done much markers, guys. Both thinking the same person, yeah. And hi, Button, by the way. Hope you're doing well. Okay, so there's, see how that just added that little bit more? And I'm going to do some, like, this is like the second coat. You know, the second layer. Just like you would in watercolor. Any watercolor. So it's really easy just to put a layer or two and you got your animal done. You know? Which, that's kind of nice sometimes. How quick this comes together. Okay, so there's that. Now I'm going to go back with the tealy color and just kind of do a little bit more. So yeah, I've been working in my sketchbook for the sketchbook summer. Hashtag sketchbook summer if you're watching this recording. A little bit under here, I think. I want to kind of keep this light right in there, a little lighter. I don't want to get it too over dark everywhere. Good. That's good to know. That it was sure to heal quick. I mean, I don't want to really, you know, ask you questions about it here, but yeah, I had quite a bit to go through. It didn't heal up in a day. I don't know. Maybe you had a different kind of thing. I'm painting with Janet, the paints I told you to buy. Janet, enabling. These are the Kuretake Gambi. What is it? It slipped my mind. Ganzi Tambai Kuretakes. And these are the ones I told you to buy, but I know you'll be buying the bigger set, Janet. This was a set that they had at Hobby Lobby. So this set has 24 colors. There's a 36 set. And I think you can buy these individually. See, they come out. See? You can buy them individually. I just got this set because I had it at Hobby Lobby. My daughter gave me a gift certificate to Hobby Lobby for Mother's Day, and I had a 50% off coupon. Yeah, and this is what the cover looks like. If y'all ever see the cover here, this is what it looks like. Is that the right way up? Yeah, this is what the cover looks like, and it's kind of a clothy kind of. It's like a book cover, you know. It's really nice. So, yeah. It's all in Japanese, so I can't read any of it, but... Well, it won't let you what? Eileen won't let you buy these? Janie says she has a 36 set. Okay, well, see, I had to have... Well, I won't talk about it here. We'll talk about it on Twitter. Okay, so let me go back and shade in here. in here. I had to sleep sitting up for like a week, Button. I'll just say that because, yeah, they put, well, I don't want to talk about it here. Okay, so moving on to a little bit more shading right under these here. Just a little bit, just an extra little layer of color, like that. So it didn't take much. Now I want a little bit more lime green over in this area. It's like the same colors I'm using on the turtle, isn't it? Right under his chin there. And a little bit more around his eye. And then he has a little bit of blue right in here. See, it goes pretty quick, doesn't it? It goes pretty quick. Oh, good. You ordered you a set of these, Mac? Yeah. Well, the girls have been telling me to get them for a long time. And I bought some other things, and I bought both of these sets from Jane Davenport. And I had my old set of kois, and I just don't watercolor that much. And then, of course, for color booking, I have my Neocolor 2 water-soluble crayons. So I just didn't really, think I needed any more watercolor. But when I had my coupon and, and a gift card, it's like, okay. He's just creepy looking to you. Okay, so I think it needs a little bit more sienna color. Let me get the sienna, like right in here in these shadows. Just a little darker under the little bits there. I don't know. I'm not a. Let's see. What's the study of reptiles? Ithologist. ITH is a fish. Study of fish. I don't remember what the reptiles are. Are you going to get another set, Sarah, of these? Meg, your daughter bought them for you? Oh, bought you individual Neos. Oh, good. I love my Neos. We just, we try to use a little bit of everything here, and we just sometimes takes a while to get back to, the next thing. And I did put my own moon up here with gold. All right, so let me hit this with the heat gun, then we'll move on to another animal. And I might still want to do a little bit more shading on that teal, but we'll see. And I do need to, I think I did do it with pencil, ink, but I'm going to put a little bit darker there. Okay, so, and let me do a quick flip for you guys, because if you haven't seen this book. A herpetology. Yeah, herpetology. I think so. CB. Yeah. Oh, good to see you too, Jamie. I follow you on Instagram. I see your pictures over on Instagram. And occasionally on Facebook whenever they let me see you. Because, the feed on Facebook is all jacked up. Anyway. All right, so let's see what they got here. I'm not going to tell you each name because I've done that already. I'm just going to do a kind of a flip just so you can see the animals. Some of them are obvious what they are, but I like that squid. Maybe we should do that squid. Will that creep you out, Jean? So real quick here, I'm just going to flip. There's the seahorse and rhino. The rhino's cool too. We could probably do the rhino. Let's maybe do the rhino. A couple different kind of octopuses and shells and auks and eels and lobsters and parrots. Lionfish, lion. Of course, everybody, who doesn't love a lemur? That's my Well, I don't believe in spirit animals, but he's my logo. But anyway, I love me some lemurs. There's another iguana. Squid are amazing animals, yeah. A hippo. Nah, squids are fine. You just don't like lizards. They're odd. A couple different elephants, and yeah. That one will be fun to do. I'd like to do him. See how he did the cover here in all those bright colors? That would be a fun one to do in all kinds of, you like the Nautilus? Yeah. All kinds of colors. So I think we'll just go ahead and let's do the rhino. I know he's mostly grays, but we could probably add some, let me just look him up and see if there's a shadows of blue or purple or something, you know. Let's see. Okay, there's brown ones, there's gray ones. It might just depend on if they're in the mud. They look more brown than gray for the most part. There's one with the baby rhino. We could do it in browns, tans and browns. And maybe some blue-gray and like some gray down in the face here. I think we'll do that. We'll see. You know. So I think to make, you know what? I think I'm going to go back over here to this gray. Let's go to this gray here. And I want to just, it's almost, and again, there's like a coating, sort of, on this paper. So I'm going to put some gray down on underneath, you know, on the, like under his horn here, like around his mouth and all. And it's probably not going to show up much, but I'm going to add blue in there. So I'm just going to get the gray on there. So it's kind of got a little base. And maybe a little purple. A little purple would probably be good. I got a little purple right here. Let's just go with that. Maybe some purple in the crevices, you know, just to give them a little more color, because otherwise we wouldn't even need to color them. You know? Oh, let's see. I need some more purple. What color is that? Is that purple? Yeah. Okay. It's kind of a cool look. So some of the deeper shadows. Of course, if you want it even darker now, I have to like let this dry and then go back and add another layer, because otherwise you're going to start wrinkling and pilling your paper. I don't care what kind it is, you know, like that. Multicolor Rhino White Elmer. Well, I'm just kind of thinking of the shadows and stuff under there. All right, but now I kind of want him to be, I don't really want it solid sienna color. I'm going to put some sienna out here, squeeze out some water, clean off my brush, and get some brown here too. So we're going to kind of go with those two colors in varying degrees. So let's see what happens here. So like under his horn here, and again, can you kind of tell how the water's resisting a little bit? Until it gets wet, it's kind of almost like a little bit of resist, just for a minute, just for a second, I mean. You can kind of just see that the paper's kind of resisting a tiny bit. But you can see you don't have to do much work. All right, so now I'm going to take the brown and do some of the shadows. In the wrinkles. So what's everybody else doing today? Anything? Then I'll go back with some of the ochre. I'll just kind of like let this sit for a minute. Taking a break from packing. And hi, Terry. I didn't even see you come in. Did you get to finally sign the papers and all? I'm trying to stay in camera here, but I want to put some of this darker brown first in some of the darker areas. You know, where you can see the darker areas, and then I'll go back in there with some ochre, a little bit, or maybe even some tan. I haven't used my white. I should probably try to use my white to make a nice tan color, but I don't want to make it opaque where I'm going to lose the lines, so I got to kind of test that out. We'll see. Coloring the backgrounds in your color books. Allegedly signing Monday. Oh, good. I know you are so anxious, Terry, to get in that new house. Oh my gosh, I do not blame you. You know we're going to expect you to stream after that, though, right? Maybe another layer under that horn there. Okay, let me just get this initial layer on here. And right around the eye. Can't wait to get to yes, stream. All right, so now I'm gonna pick up some of the white and see what that here. I got some white on my brush, and I'm gonna mix it in here. Now I've got to clean my brush before I get back in the white, because I'll be making a hot mess there. So it's kind of a tan color. It's not tan enough, so I need a little bit of brown in there. Okay, so I add a little bit more water, a little bit more white with the brown. Let's see what happens right now. I kind of want to cross between those two colors. All right, so let's see what happens now when I put that on. Yeah, it's kind of opaque. I'll keep it light, because the white does make it opaque, and I don't want to lose my little lines under there. I guess I should just go with the ochre or some of these colors. Let's see. Let's get a little ochre. I need to dry it. Hang on, let me dry it, because I can see my paper starting to buckle right there. Hi, Whippy. Okay, now let's add another layer. And I do want his eye a nice sienna brown. I want his eye to be pretty color showing. There we go. So I think I'll go with these. I'm going to go with the Jane Davenport colors, just for something different here. Add a little sienna in here, and then I'll go back with the ochre. Just kind of going with the shadow lines. Let's add a little bit on the horn. Why not? Give it some more depth. So anyway, yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing the Andy Warhol exhibit tomorrow, hopefully. That's the plan anyway. Probably go to the Varsity for lunch. If y'all are in Atlanta, y'all know what I mean. Hey, Packer Die. Still a little bit in there, kind of under the horn, a little bit darker. And right in here, and drop. I'm gonna squeeze some water into here. It's just like you really can't go wrong. No matter what you do, it's going to look good because all the shadows are there and it just looks good. You know, no matter what. I'm just trying to decide how many shades of brown I want in here. I'm going to put the sienna colors. I'm going to go in with another golden color. Well, it is fast on this because all the shading's already done for you. You know, pretty much on these grayscale books, or at least this one has extra, you know, shaded definition. Okay, so now let me dry that, and then I'm going to go back in with the ochre. Because remember, though, if you're using watercolor on your color book pages, this paper is not watercolor paper, and you need to dry in between layers. So now let's go in here with some of this darker ochre, which is called Spice. Ooh, whoa. Where's I need a Kleenex. That's way too bright. Let's water that down a little. That's better. A little less. You'll be right by your... Oh, you live by the Varsity? Crystal? Carol Crystal? Oh, Color Crystal? Do you need to... Yeah, that's a lot of time and work. The thing is about doing my own color book, I really don't... To tell you the truth, there's just so many thousands of color books out there. I really have no desire to, you know, to put another one out there. That's just me. You know, I just really, I'll buy a new one any day, but do I want to go, spend a year doing 40 pages? No, I don't want to spend a year doing 40 pages. So, yeah, I'll just keep doing what I do, what I'm enjoying doing. But I know I appreciate you guys saying that. It's really nice. But yeah, I haven't even got my animals that I did, my big collage poster animals on Society 6 yet. The one Terry wants a cell phone cover of. I haven't even had time to put those up yet, let alone do a color book. Yeah. Mel, this is Tim Jeff's Intricate Ink, the first one. We're on our third one. Yeah, it's still a lot of time and that I don't really have, even if I just did an ebook. Yeah. If I was going to do an ebook, I would want it to be something like my collage or an actual book. I really, just to be totally honest with you guys, I have no desire to do a color book. That's just me. I just really have no desire. I mean, I love coloring, don't get me wrong, and I'll buy any of the new ones that come out. But for me to do a color book, I have no desire to do a color book. So, yeah. Oh, well, I'll wave while I drive through downtown. We're going to go to the museum, probably Blick, and the Varsity Crystal. I keep wanting to call you Carol. Color Crystal. All right, so I mean, I don't mind. Like I did that page for Jennifer's color along. You know, it only took a couple hours to draw that up. It wasn't anything detailed or anything. And I don't mind doing something like that every now and then for you guys, but that's all I would want to do. But that's sweet of you, sister woman. So what do y'all think? It needs probably a little bit more purple in here. Let me dry this. I want them to look leathery, you know. And I think adding a little bit more purple right in some of these deep shadows will help that. You had never been to the Varsity? Just recently Darcy took you? Sister woman? Oh my gosh, isn't it awesome? Did you get you some greasy onion rings? Please tell me you got the greasy onion rings. Oh, is that the purple I was using? Yeah. Nope, that's blue. I don't want that. I want the purple. Is that it? Yeah, there we go. It's hard to tell on the colors here. If, you know, like that. I know that, see, I really should put a little bit of a color just on the plastic there, just so I can kind of see what color it is. I mean, I did swatch them, but I don't keep the swatch right there. And some of the colors are really hard to tell one from the other, because that'll just look like black in the tray. You had the grease and onion. I love that. I mean, I will just eat the onion rings and that's all. Hubster likes the chili dogs. I just keep kind of desaturating the color on a Kleenex here. He likes the chili dogs. I'm not much for eating someone's chili. That's too much purple. Let me grab some of that off. That's too much. I don't want that much purple. Maybe a little under the nose there where there'd be a deeper shadow, but not too much there. Maybe a little in here. So yeah, I don't eat their chili. No offense to them. I mean, it's awesome. Hubster eats it all the time. He's never got sick yet. That's just me. Just like I will not eat anything with mayonnaise on it outside of my own home. My own mayonnaise, I'll eat my own mayonnaise, but I will not have anything that has mayonnaise on it in a restaurant. I know it's stupid, but no. And then right under here, like that. See, that just gives it a little bit more depth. Maybe just a little right there, like that. You ate the burger and onion rings. Yeah, I just get onion rings. I get a double order of onion rings, and that's all I eat. I love their onion rings, because that's the only time I ever eat them, onion rings, is there. So I really go all out on the onion rings. Alright, so now let's keep going here. I want a little bit more purple down in the shadows here. And so you can see the shadows are already there for you. I'm just kind of going over them. I don't want them to look striped either. So let's put a little in there, a little under here. Yeah, I don't eat mayonnaise anywhere except my own. Yeah, the chat's all different, guys. If you're just joining us, chat, and let me just put a test in there just to make sure my chat keeps going. It's all, they've done a whole bunch of changing with the chat. And there's no pop-out chat anymore. Apparently it's not a flash chat anymore. The onion rings and ranch at Johnny Rockets the best. Yeah, ranch. Ranch has got mayonnaise, doesn't it? I don't like ranch dressing. I'm a Thousand Island girl, or oil and vinegar, depending on the, like if it's Italian or what. Yeah. Just a little bit more purple here and there. Just kind of get a little bit nice shadows in there. But keeping it kind of subtle. I don't want a purple stripe. There we go. I'm liking him in ochres and purples. What do y'all think? They fixed what? Oh, they fixed it? You're saying they fixed the chat, Sarah? Uh-huh. Is that what fixed looks like? All right, back up here a little bit more purple right in here. Try to keep it subtle, just kind of in some of the shadows, but I want to blend it out. And again, I probably need to dry so I don't pill the paper. Thanks. I think I'm going to leave him. I'm going to leave him like this, just a little bit more ochre right there. Maybe just a little more sienna in a couple spots. And I can always come back to it, you know, when I flip back to him later and I say, oh, he needs another layer, like I did the bearded dragon. Oh, you forgot the quotation marks around fixed? Yeah. All right. Because the more layers you add, it's going to have more depth to it. You just got to dry in between. You know what I mean, Bird? He's a handsome dude. Let me check and also now I can't see the chat and the list of people here. I have to toggle it. So I know I'm probably missing saying hi to some people. Army Linda. Thanks everybody for being here. Elizabeth. Scrolling. I think I said hi to Cheshire, GCB. I'm not saying hi to all y'all that I've been talking to. You know, like Eileen and Jean, you know. Packer Die, Pacola. Vicky. Said hi to Whippy. Anyway, thanks guys for being here. Yeah. It says we have over 50 people here. All right, so I think I'm going to leave him. What do y'all think? Does he look done enough? I did him in browns rather than lots of grays, but I just wanted some gray on his, like, you know, face here. And the paper does buckle a little, but that doesn't bother me, especially when I put it, you know, and especially if you add any color pencil, you're going to get rid of any buckling with pencil. And then I put them in sleeves in a binder, so it just doesn't bother me to have a little bit of a wrinkle on a page, just like when I do the acrylic washes on the Imagimorphia and Anamorphia and all that. Oh, brother Eileen. How do you stop a rhino from charging? Take away his credit card? Yuck, 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 yuck. Eileen. All right, so maybe we'll go, let's see, maybe we should go, I don't know, we didn't have the lobster. What was the other thing I was thinking of? Oh, wait, do I need anything else on here? Maybe I need one shooting star. Or you know what I think he's going to have? He needs a little glow off of his horn. Like a little twinkle. Doesn't that just add a little something special? What did you do? Did you drive through, Mel? Is that what you're saying? So there we go. I kind of like that. All right. So what was the other one we were going to do? Do the octopus. We could do what's his name? Where's Linda White Holloway? You like that little perfect touch? Pedro. Yeah, we could do Pedro. That's a long story in itself. We could take like some time on this. Let's see which kind of, he's got the names in here. Page 34 is oh, it's just octopus 1. So I'll just have to look up octopus and see if this is like a real octopus, or we can just color it whatever we want. Let's see. Oh, we'll probably have time to do a parrot too. They're not taking 10, 15 minutes, you know? Okay, let's see. Octopus. And again, I can go back and add some more depth to them. Let's see. Let's see if there's one, because I don't recognize this kind of an octopus head. You know, like stripes like that. It just doesn't even look familiar to me. There's orange ones, blue ones, but I don't see striped ones. I guess I could just have to make it whatever color I want. So, because I don't see anything with striped head. Oh, there's a purple one, but it's not a striped head. Is there a striped head octopus? We're going to Georgia through. I think I should just move to my state. Let's do, maybe let's do some purples, blues, and and then do detail, because that'll take a little more time. So let's see, let's come over here. Let's get maybe some real blue color. Let me go fill up my water brush again, guys. I just used up the whole thing. Oh, wait, there's some pretty blue in here. Maybe I'll do the blue right there. Okay, let me get some water. Okay. Let's do a little test here. Some of these blues. This one. Oh, you know what I wanted to do? I forgot. We wanted to do Copics, right? All right, I'm going to do the octopus with this, and then we're going to do something with Copics, or alcohol, mixed of alcohol markers. Copics, Hoo Hoo Heroes. So... Oh, I missed something. What? You just Googled it? You Googled... Oh, I can't go to... Links are not open, Sister Woman, but I can't go to it anyway. While I'm here. I'm not leaving to go to a link. A striped head octopus. Okay, let me look. I think I'm going to keep that one to look at too. Let's see. Striped head. Oops. Striped head octopus. Oh yeah, here's one. Look, it looks like a lionfish. It's like the colors of a lionfish, but this one, this is striped all over. This one is not. Maybe he hasn't developed the stripes yet. Let's see what else I got. Yeah, they're all. Oh wait, here we go. Okay, it's rare. It says it's a rare. It's like a Pokemon. It's a rare. Anyway, here's one. It's got the polka dot kind of body and the striped head, but it's all in browns, and we're not going to do that. Sorry, not sorry. We're going to go, wrong thing. We're going to go with the blue and purple. We're going to go with blues and purples and what these. We're going to go with the Jane Davenport colors of octopus. Oh, it's a different one? Oh, okay. Well, we're going to go with this one. I mean, these colors. So, let's get, where's my colors here? Let's go with some, I want some blues. Let me just drip some water out. And some purple, this color purple. Purple. Drip some water out. and maybe some fairy tale magenta color. Ooh, yeah. We're going to go with those colors. Yes, we are. So, let's start with the tentacles. I don't need this set. Let's start with the tentacles and go with magenta. All right. Oh, this is going to be awesome. Wait, that might be too bright. Let's see what this little pink or this purple here. There we go. All right, so we're going to go with the magenta, and I'm going to go in there and shade them. But we're going to go with this color right now. Woohoo! That's bright. Let's keep it watered down a little bit to start. So we have shading potential. Okay. We'll do a little bit more shading with this because of the dots and the tentacles and all. We can do more. There's places to shade more in detail. We're doing it live. On the box of my color book, yeah. Well, we might as well have some fun with it. But I am going to research those that Sister Woman had, striped headed ones. Because I don't think I've ever seen one of those. I mean, a picture, obviously not a real one. I mean, I don't remember ever seeing one in our Atlanta aquarium. But I don't even remember seeing a picture of one of those little dudes. So I gotta look that up. Because I might want to draw it sometime. Not for a new color book. Hey Taddy, how you doing? I'm just trying to keep it not over concentrated. These are nice vivid colors in Jane's little set here. It's kind of like the mermaid markers. Very vibrant colors. My favorite, the blue ringed ones. Blue ringed ones. I don't know. I'd have to look them up. It's been a while since I, even thought of them. I did draw that big octopus, Pedro, in on the craft paper roll. Huge, as big as this table. Well, maybe I could dig him out to show you. Let's see, right in there. Let me get this first layer on. But this book is just so easy. I mean, it's like half the work's done for you with all the shading, Thanks everybody for stopping in on this impromptu. And once Sarah told me to go turn the chat back on, I was going to stream earlier this morning, and they changed the chat on Ustream. It's not, I guess, not a flash chat anymore. And because they changed it, I didn't know. After 7 years, I never had to go to actually physically turn on in the settings. Turn the chat back on in 7 years. But today, I had to. And now we don't have pop-out chat. Oh, well. Maybe they're working on that, too. Oh, you got to have a one of these. Yeah, get a pin. I like the pintail one. It's like shaped like this, and they hold their point for a long time. And they're in different sizes. I think this is the fine one. They're so handy. They're just so handy. Okay, so now I want the body and everything. Maybe I'll have his head mostly blue, and the body mostly dark, rich purple. But I kind of want them to overlap. Let's see what blue. I want to get. Maybe I want the indigo blue. I think I'm going to get, she has ink blue and butterfly blue. So I'm going to pick up some of the ink blue and mix it in. See, I want that darker, richer blue. Let me add some more water. I want them to be kind of not that light, but not that dark. So that'll work there. So I'm just squeezing out some more water there. And then the same thing with the purple. I'm going to add some more of the purple to my palette here. So I have a nice rich purple with lots of water on the palette. And then I'll just pick it up here and let's see what we can do. I'm going to have to add a little bit more, because I want this to blend like watercolor look. So I want most of him on his head to be dark blue. And again, I'll have to add another layer. But then, and maybe his eye nice and blue, like around here. And then pick up some of the purple and have them kind of blend together. Like watercolor look. You know, the watercolor look. Is that an eye? Oh, so what's that? Is that his eye sideways and that's an eye looking at you? It's kind of hard to see. It's hard to see his eye. I think that's an eye looking that way, and then that eye's like looking at you. Is that right? Alright, so let's add some more blue. I gotta just be careful not to oversaturate and just, you know, get this first layer on and then dry it. So I'm adding blue and maybe some of the shadows, and then the purple. And then I'll go in each one of those little dots and add more. How's that looking? Is it looking modelly looking? I was wondering, I had to give myself a nickname and everything. Yeah, they changed a bunch of stuff, and again, I hopefully it's not going to be a big hassle for everybody, but you never know. They're always tweaking, you know. But they're getting rid of Flash Chat by, I think they said, the end of August, although we had to do something because we couldn't even sign in, some of us. So, and I want blue right in the shadow there. Then back to the purple, back to the blue. Maybe it's a jewel, a jewel on his eye. So I'm just going back and forth between the purple and the blue on the top of him. And then the tentacles are the magenta, which will add more, you know, layers to it. I'm just getting this initial wash on here. Your first coat. And I'm not squeezing any water on here. If you need extra water when you're doing like this, you want to squeeze it onto your palette. Not on here, because you're going to just like oversaturate it immediately and you'll have a hole in your paper in a color book. Alright, so let me dry this. And again, it buckles just a little. Yeah, it's just a little Jane Davenport palette. You can get it at Michael's when they're in stock. When I bought this one first for the skin colors, and it comes in the gold. It's in the little gold tin. And then this is her little, every one of these come wrapped individually. Okay, all the little, you know, squares, the little, what's the word I'm looking for? Anyway, they each come individually wrapped. But what I did is when I took the wrapper off, I cut the little face off. Like, this is the wrapper from that one. That's the wrapper. Well, this one. That's the wrapper from this one. So then off the wrapper, and rather than doing my own little palette swatch, I just used hers. I just used what the faces were wrapped in and cut them off and just glued them down onto the little palette she gives you to put them out on, little swatch chart. So that, and then this set is in the turquoise box, and they're called the Brights. And again, I just took the papers off of them and cut the square off of the paper and glued those all down, because the names are on them too. So rather than try to write the names and all that, it's just like, there they are, you know. Well, I think they may have already had them on there, I don't know, but anyway, I just cut the little squares out. So that's what I'm using here. Okay, now let's go back to the magenta, which I've kind of got a cross between color. It's called Frida and Fairy Tale. There's kind of a darker one and a lighter one. Now I'm going to take the darker one, the Frida. That's what that color she named. Yeah, it was really easy to do, Packer Die. Just use the squares that she already, or use the wrapper that she already had around them. Okay, so now what I'm going to do with the color called Frida is I want to come in here and start shadowing around the little tentacles. I'm going to keep let me get another Kleenex. Got to keep a Kleenex handy. When you're using a water brush, you're constantly adjusting how much paint you're using and water. All right, so now I'm going to shade around each one, underneath each of the little tentacles there, the little suckers. Like that. And again, you can, add as many layers as you want. Once that's dry, if you want it darker, then add another layer. Just don't oversaturate your color book papers. I know I say it over and over. Then I get people saying, my paper buckled. What did I do? Yeah, you had a little too much water there. All right. So again, I'm just going to go over here. And the book is just, it's bound. It's a bound book, so it's kind of puffing up anyway, just by the nature of it being a book. So I'm just kind of trying to hold it down here. And as long as you keep it translucent, then you're going to still see your shadows underneath on the grayscale color book image. See that little bit of shading right there? So Packer Die, how you been? How the kid? They enjoying summer? Forgot where you went now. Some kind of a fair or something, a county fair or something. 4th of July or fireworks or something. Y'all were at some booths or something. Anyway, that looked like y'all were all having fun. I see you on Instagram. Again, I occasionally see all you guys on Facebook, but not every post. Whereas on Instagram, you can just scroll, and you can see everything. Doesn't work that way on Facebook. You got to go digging for people over there. See how it's making those shadows pretty easily? Do you? Okay. Yeah, I was just saying that to APG. Jamie was here, and I see her on Facebook occasionally. But I follow her more on Instagram. It's just easier to find people, you know? Facebook makes it so hard to find your friends. Keeping busy, living the life, no schedule, a routine for summer. Yeah, that's nice. Hubster took the kids to the lake because they wanted to go hang out with the cousins. So they're all at the lake with the cousins. Today. No grill out and all that. In the 99-degree weather. Hopefully they'll get on the boat and maybe they'll go tubing or something, because it's hot. I didn't feel like going tubing and boating today. I was working in my sketch. Well, first I was coloring, and then I want to work in my sketchbook summer project. And I wanted to stream first thing this morning when Carol TMT said she wasn't going to. I said, well, Carol's not feeling good. I'll stream, so she can just come hang out. And, like to make people feel better if I can when they're not feeling well, if they want to come on and hang out. And that's when we all discovered that there was chat issues. So I think hopefully we have them resolved enough at least to chat for, got it sorted. School start. Yeah, see here, ours even starts earlier than that. I think Cam and Boo go back. It's in the first week of August. They go back to school early here. And they'll both be in high school. This will be the only year that they're in the same school again since elementary school, because of 3 years apart. So now Cam will be a senior and Boo will be a freshman. So they'll both be at the same high school for 1 year. And then, of course, Boo will still be there, but Cam will be in college. It's just not, the thing about Facebook to me, Vicki, is that it used to be sequential like Instagram is. You see everybody in time sequence. And I'm not saying Instagram does it 100%, but it sure is a lot easier to find your recent post. And even though I have my settings in Facebook set to do it like that, it doesn't. They put up there whoever you go to see the most. Like, for instance, if I went and saw Packer Die, if I clicked on Packer Die's name, well, I don't think she goes there, but let's say APG Jamie. If I clicked on APG Jamie's name for like two or three visits to Facebook, every time I go to Facebook, she'd be at the top of my feed, just because I've gone to look for her. So they assume I want to see her first off before anybody else. That's how they work it. No, I think school used to start like after Labor Day, when we were kids anyway, and when my girls were kids. But I think they thought having too much summer, that kids forgot things over the summer. So what they do now is they still have a lot of holidays, but they're broken up. Like now they'll have 2 weeks in spring and 2 weeks in Christmas, instead of like a week at Christmas and a week at spring and a full summer. They just divide it up more. And I think their reasoning is kids were forgetting things with a long summer break. So now they just give you breaks in the year, I think I'm going to add some light pink pencil to the suckers, to make them or on the edge, like a highlight with the pink pencil. I think that'll really make it, because see, it looks good and shaded here, but I almost want some of these to be highlighted just a little bit more with maybe some pink. But here you can see the difference. Here's some with the shading. Here's some with the shading, and here's no shading. So it really does, that second coat And if I even put a third layer, it would even be darker. So it's just, bye Shalene. Thanks. I've been watching your book stuff and in your blog, your vlog, book vlog, I guess is what you call it. Yours and Jen reading with pugs. Oh my gosh, I knew she had pugs, but I didn't know her before she started in the. This is Jen now, reading with pugs. Jen and Shalene does books too, but I didn't know Jen reading with pugs before when she started doing color books. She was just, when she was just doing book reviews, I didn't know of her. Just didn't know she was out there. So I knew she had pugs because of her name, Jen, reading with pugs. And then she started really getting more into color books, and she just doesn't do as much. She still reads, and I saw her recent post. She still reads, but she just doesn't feel like she wants to do reviews. And so anyway, she had Belle, her pug Belle, on her lap with her little tongue sticking out. Belle, not Jen, had her little tongue sticking out. Jen didn't have her tongue sticking out. Anyway, it was just so cute. So cute. So I'm just trying to do a little detail here with the watercolor. And that's why I picked this one, because it had more little things to do like this. More little details to fiddle with. Teddy, I have 5 videos to edit. All reading. Teddy, do I follow you on? I don't know. I followed you on. I think I followed you on Twitter and Instagram, but I don't know. Did I know you had a YouTube channel? I don't know if I knew you had a YouTube channel or not. I'll have to go hunt you up. I don't want to buy any more acrylics right now. I missed some of that conversation. Okay, let me keep going here. Just this little bit here. So anyway, yeah, I came on earlier to stream when Carol TMT couldn't, because she didn't feel well, and then I couldn't either because they were in the middle, I guess, of changing the chat around. I don't know when they did it exactly, but I watched Jen's last one and put 4 whole. You found 4 books through Jen that you have on hold at the library because of her book show. Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna have to go get something to drink. Well, here I got some juice, a little bit of juice left here. All right, now what I want to do is where the blue is add some more shadow with the blue, or another like layer. So we can put another layer here. No, you didn't. It's not color related. Oh, okay. Well, a lot of us like to read too. I mean, a lot of the girls are big readers here. You can put the name in. Links aren't open, but you can put the name in there. Tatiana is Taddy anyway, guys. If y'all don't know that. And that needs to blend a little. Too harsh there. Yeah, there's a lot of readers here. Okay, now I want to go a little bit more around the eye here. I need to go into the purple. Shade around that eye. I'm thinking there's like both the eyes right there. Put some more purple layer in there. Yeah, Packard is a huge book nerd. There's a whole bunch of book nerds here. So yeah, if y'all are book people, we love ya. Alright, I think I need some purple right in between here, because I want to separate those colors, but it needs some color in there. Kind of like that, kind of like that. Okay, now coming back down into the little dots here, I'm going to go in, you know, with some purples and blues. I think I'll go ahead and pick out some of the blues first. I'm just adding another little touch in the middle. A little more blue right here, I think. It's Musical Tatty on YouTube, okay. Same as your name here, okay. Okay, put some blue and then some purple too. Kind of going back and forth, some purple ones and some blue ones. So yeah, we're going to take the kids to, I say kids, they're teens, Boo and Cam. Take them to the High Museum tomorrow to see the Andy Warhol exhibit. And go to Varsity for those greasy onion rings. And I say greasy, I don't mean that in a bad way. I mean, they're awesome. So I'm kind of going in here with the purple in the little purple areas and blue. Kind of making them so they kind of ombre. Can y'all see anything here on this? Because this is pretty tiny, this bit that I'm doing here. It already has a layer of purple and blue. So now I'm just kind of going in. If there's more blue, I'll add more blue. If it's a purple, I'm adding more of the purple. Hey, K-More. Anybody else popping in? Thanks, guys, for stopping in on Impromptu. I don't know who's streaming tonight. I mean, I know Paula can't ever, I mean, sometimes she tells us a week ahead because of her schedule. I don't know if Paula's streaming tonight, or if anybody knows anybody's streaming tonight, let everybody know. And now back to some of the purple. Just kind of touching each one with either purple or blue. Trying to stay in camera. Paul's working midnight tonight, so no stream. Okay, thanks, Jean. We'll get her back one of these days. We'll get our Paula back one of these days. With her job, she's on every shift. And it changes weekly. It's hard for her to plan streams on like she used to on Wednesdays and Saturdays. Okay, back to some purples. I want to keep some of these light because you can see how it looks like there's a shine on it right there. Of course, I could always go over it with a little bit of pencil, like white pencil, and kind of make it like there's a shine on it. Could do that with acrylic paint too. And then keep these dark in here where there's kind of more of a shadow. Okay, over in this little bit. Right in here, just that little bit. It's drying pretty quick. You know, it's drying because I'm just barely doing little dots, and they almost dry just almost immediately. These little tiny dots here. A little bit more purple right there. So, I wanted to test out some Copics on another one. Copics and Hoo Hoo Heroes. You know, some alcohol markers. Ohu, Hoo Hoo, there's a whole bit of Touch 5, you know, the inexpensive ones you can get on Amazon from China. I think they're pretty much all the same, you just got different sets. Okay, that looks pretty good. And I'm thinking the eye is set back in that little hole, eye hole. And then this one, or is that supposed to be like a vent? You know, like his, like the side of his head, like where he, like a gill. I'm not sure that's supposed to be a gill. But I think I'm going to do a magenta eye just because it'll stand out. If I do it in magenta, kind of. And then of course I'll put, you know, some more black on there. Something like that. You love your Touch 5 markers, Jean? Yeah, I'm thinking that's like a gill, you know, an octopus gill, not the eye. I think because there's one eye and the other eye is going to be on the other side. So I think that's just like a little, his ear. Yeah. I think it would be like a gill. Water vent. Yeah. Okay, so let me go ahead and hit this with the heat gun. A vent, yeah. Okay, so now what I wanted to do, remember with, let me get a pencil here, let's see, get a pink. Do I want pink? Let's see if that's going to show up. Nah, I think I need it to be more like a corally peach color, like peach, or maybe even white. There's my sharpeners. They in the other room might be. I got all my sharpeners in the other room. Oh, here's some. Because I'm working in my sketchbook in the other room. And so I have one set of supplies in there, another set of supplies in here. Okay, so let's see. So I want this kind of bright. So let's go ahead and go with a white highlight. And you'll still see the pink or the magenta. And don't ask me why. Look, I have full-on pencils. I just grab whatever, and this happened to be the one that I grabbed. I didn't even put it. I should have at least put it in a pencil extender. So just kind of make the little suckers on his arms stand out. There we go. You can see that really well. So here's the difference. I think you can tell the difference here compared to here. Do we have a new Susan? Oh, there's Susan. Susan Ribbons? Oh, she's not new, guys. All right, so let's see. Yeah, Susan's not new. Maybe a little bit around the edge. That was so good to hear. I was dying to be an old timer. You are in the old timers. You're in the old timers box. I probably shouldn't go all. I should just probably go halfway with that. That's a little too far in, I think. Just looks a little more natural when it's not quite that defined. What book is this, Kmore? It's the Tim Jeffs Intricate Ink, and it's the first one. He has a new one out. I think it's out. If it's I don't know if it's a pre-order or if it's out yet. But my Hobby Lobby had this book in the clearance section for I think it was $6.10. So I got it. It was the only one there. Everybody else probably bought them up if there were any more. The white really makes it look realistic, yeah. In a squishy, wet, fleshy sort of way. Yeah, like that. And a little bit of highlight along the edge. It's a blowhole, okay, like a whale has, okay. Okay. Uh-oh. What did I do? Knock something over. I wrote that a half hour ago. Dang. Did you upgrade the chat, North? They've been having, if you missed it, anybody else coming in, they put in a new chat. So, yeah, it's probably going to take everybody a couple of times to get it sorted. Okay, so... Okay, so the magenta part, I think, is done. And I think I want to take a light blue, like a little stub like this. Or do I want this lighter? This is even lighter. I think I want this one. I think this is slate blue. I'm just grabbing out of my pile, guys. So yeah, I have more of these. Chat's repeating also. Okay, they're probably still working on it, Eileen. You know. So I'm going to take the blue and I'm going to kind of like lighten up some areas so it looks like it's kind of shiny. See how right here? See that right there? I'm going to go over this with the side of the pencil like and make it look like it's shiny. I probably should put some purple in there too, but right along the edge here. I think I should get a lavender. Let's see. So there's some purple shine as well as the blue shine. Okay, let's go back to the blue. I mean, I know I can easily overdo this. And then a little bit on the black part here. I'll do some with, well, no, I guess I better keep it all blue, I think. So it looks like there's a bit of a sheen. And the blue again. Discover an amazing new artist. There's no link. Yeah, links are not open. You have to ask for the links to be open. And I'd rather you just tell us the name of the artist rather than posting a link. We can find it by a name. Just tell us the artist that you're talking about. Hey, Moomy. Been a while since you've been around. Good to see you. Just tell us the name of the artist. We all can find it. So what do y'all think, guys? Does that look good enough? Oops, I dropped my lavender. I think I'm going to call that done, except I want to do the black in the eye, nice and dark, and a nice brighter highlight with the Posca. I like to add it. Whoops. I like to add a couple extra highlights too sometimes. to give it more life. We're all good searchers, yeah. So, yeah. And then I'm going to take the black, though, and just in a couple areas here, give it a little extra oomph. Especially around the eye. Especially since I, have washes of watercolor over everything. Putting a little back in, a little extra dark back in doesn't hurt. Thanks, Cheshire. It's kind of fun. I want to do one more with some Copics. I think we have enough time to do one more. I'll show you the ones we've already done if you're just joining us. And remember, this black is not 100% black. The ink, the backgrounds here, is like a dark gray. I mean, you could go over the whole thing with with acrylic paint if you wanted to make it pure, real dark. What I've been doing is just adding some gold stars and things to it. And just kind of doing a little bit of touch up. This will get a nice little dark streak going up his body there. But it's pretty quick to do these animals with the watercolor because of the grayscale that he's done already for you. Half the work's already done. So it kind of makes it kind of quicker, I think. I don't want to meet him in person. Yeah, for sure, for sure. I've met a jellyfish in the ocean, up close and personal. I don't want to meet this guy. I'm just adding a few extra little punches of dark. And it really may not show up on camera, but I can see it. Okay, so now I got to decide what kind of gold I want to add. Do I want a star? Where'd my gold pen go? Oh, here it is. Maybe a couple. I think I'll do kind of like I did the rhino with the one star on the horn. But I think what I'll do here is I'll just do a few little gold stars on some of the edges of the tentacles, just a few. Main one like right here maybe. Just a few little like it's glowing or shine, a little shine. It'll be subtle. There's one there and probably one right here. This one's closer to me, so it's going to be bigger. That maybe, and we need like maybe two more. Maybe a small one here and here. Like right here maybe. And one over here. What do y'all think? I think that's enough. Got one a little kind of crooked there, but I'll just fix it with the black pencil. Something like that. So I think we're going to call him done. Thanks, guys. So what we've got done so far is this guy. And of course this one that we just did. Where's our rhino? So flip toward the front. So under here, where's our rhino? Sea turtle. We did the sea turtle. And we have a rhino in here somewhere. Here he is. And there's the rhino. Because I wanted him to look like woody and leathery. Kind of combination of wood and leather. You like the bearded one? Yeah, I did a little extra gold on the edge with him. So now what we're going to do is do one with, let's put the watercolors away. I want to do one with some Copics and Hoo-Hoos. So let's just move all this out of the way. And decide which one we want to do. Oh, hey Tammy, thank you. All right, so, and of course, just doing something with markers doesn't mean we won't add any pencil. As you know, we roll, that's the way we roll. All right, let me get a piece of cardstock to put behind because it's going to go through. Do I have one here? Dig around for a piece of cardstock. Well, I guess I have to go under the table. Oh wait, here we go. Okay, I'll put a piece of cardstock behind whichever one we decide to do. Okay, so we have some different, definitely woody. So I know somebody said the parrot, or one of the parrots. There's that one and that one. This one's probably better, camera angle wise. So we'll put some paper behind it. Let me look up a parrot and decide which kind I want to do. No, I don't need you, Siri. Let's look up parrots. God, the chat is so dang tiny. I hate not being able to pop it up. Okay, so this kind of looks like the one that has the red, the yellow, and the blue. Well, I guess they all kind of could, any of them could really be it. But I think this is like the red one. Red. And it seems like most of that's, oh, it kind of fades into yellow. We could do like red, orange, yellow, and then the blue. No, and then this is just kind of gray and white. This actually, his beak should be lighter if it's a realistic one, but you know, we can do it whatever colors we want. You're welcome, CB. And he's really like red, yellow, and blue, like true red, true yellow, true blue, with shadows of those colors. You know, darker versions of that. Let's see what I got here now. Let's start with the red. Let me look in my hoo-hoos and my Copics. So, and then I need another, let me scratch paper, here we go, to test out colors. All right, that one might be a little pink, this Hoo Hoo. You never can tell by the names or the colors either. Okay, that's good for the shadows. It's a nice, rich, dark. Let's see. That is almost on the orange side. I don't have a real bright red. It's almost like orange. Or brownie. I'm not thinking I have a good red. I might need to buy me some reds. You know what I mean, Vern? Okay, I guess it's that red with this shadow. No, maybe this shadow? Let's see. It's not, it's not dark enough. Almost just go with the brown for some of the shadows. I'm going to try these two. I'm going to try my Chow in the E18 and then lipstick red. I'm going to try that for the reds. I'm only going to stick to a couple colors, blend and go with it. And then if we need more, I'll go with pencil. All right, so then let's see, yellow. Let's see what this Hoo Hoo yellow is. Okay, that's almost like a good shadow yellow. This is, they're calling it pastel yellow, but it's like, it's almost on the goldy side of yellow. Let's see what lighter yellow I have. Let's see what this one is. This is Hoo Hoo Canary Yellow. That's better. So those two will be our yellows. One is for the color and one's for the shading. So there's the red and the yellow. Now I need, I'm going to try not to do like an orange or in between. I'm going to try to just do the blend. And then, because there's no green in this one. CB didn't specify if she wanted a red parrot or the green parrot. I went with the red parrot. I didn't even, because she's the one that suggested. All right, so for blues, let's see here. I need like a true blue. That's pretty good for the light blue. And then I need a darker blue. Let's see what we got here. Let's see this Hoo Hoo color. This is a Blick. Let's test out this Blick one. That's a nice dark blue. So I think those two together. We're going to try those. All right, so we got two reds, two yellows, two blues. Well, actually, the red's got a brown and a red. And we're going to see what's going to happen. Yeah, CB didn't say whether she wanted a red one or a red is okay. All right, we're going to go with the red. So let's start by, let's just do his head up here, because what I want to do, it kind of fades into, well, we don't have to follow it exactly either. All right, so I'm going to try this first, just right up here on the top of his head. So I'm going to get it nice and saturated here. And I'll do a couple sections at a time. Let's just carry it to there for now. And then I'm going to get the brown to get the, where it's shadowed. And then put some flicks in there. And then maybe in between those feather lines like this. I don't know what I'm doing, guys. I'm just messing with the alcohol markers. I'm not good at these yet. You know, I'm learning them as well. Should have Cam do this. Something like that. Is that looking feathery? And then I'm guessing that I can get in here with some more red, and a second layer will make some of it darker. Like that. What happened? Eileen, you okay? Eileen probably found a sale or something. I'm just teasing. Eileen's our enabler elf. I'm just kind of slapdashing some color in there like that. That looks kind of like feathers. All right, let's keep going. I'm going to do the same thing all the way down. Although in the picture, the red kind of goes into the yellow, and then his wing is kind of, well, I guess this part could all be red, and this is some red, and then yellow and blue, and then some yellow. So let's see if I start with the light yellow. This is Blick, by the way. This is a Blick one. The Blick ones have brush. So let's see. I'm going to go from the bottom up here. I'm going to get the yellow on there. Just some there. And then just going to have some red, and then the yellow, and then the blue. So let's just do this. I just bought a set of, I think 5 or 6 Blick ones last time I was there, just to test them out. Or did I get these online? I don't remember. But I think I just got, you know, a set of 5 colors, red, yellow, blue, black, brown, or something like that, just to test them out. And then that's going to be a little bit of red in here. Back to I'm going between Copic, Hoo Hoo, and Blick. Okay, so this is going to have red, so I'm going to do that. And then I'm going to go back to a yellow. Let's go to the Hoo Hoo darker yellow. And kind of use the darker yellow to blend with the red. And then that'll blend into the lighter yellow. Is that making sense? And then blend this down some more. And then back to the brighter yellow, Blick. And it has the chisel edge and a brush tip on the Blick markers. Blend that a little better. Something like this. All right, so let's carry the yellow up a little further and into the red. There's no real distinctive places where these end, like in the picture, the real ones, they have places where they there's obvious areas where the feathers start and end. So let's get the red down to there. Then I'll get some dark yellow and the Hoo Hoo and blend that together. A little bit of orange transition. What do y'all think? Now I'm going to get the brown again and continue on with the little bits of Does it look like he's blending there? And then over here, I'm going to go around these feathers here. And that almost needs a little bit of a tan color in there, in his face. Okay, let's keep on with this red here. Flick those up because I'm going to have the tan color is going to kind of go into that. So we'll bring that up into that. Okay. Back with the brightest yellow now, which is the Blick. And let's get that nice and bright down here. Is it shading okay, guys? All right, now I want blue, and that's red too. Everything on him is red. Okay, let's go back to the red. Under his neck is all red too. Am I still here, guys? Let me do a test here. I'm just kind of flicking in some of these feathers. Still there? Okay, thanks guys. Alright, now we got to do the blue. So let's start with the lightest blue. And this is I'm making this a distinct layer, not a blend. Like these blue feathers are another layer to his body. Yeah, it's not too different. I mean, you know, on this grayscale, it's pretty, you know, the shading, everything's there for you. Now I'm going to take the dark blue Blick, which has a brush tip. I might have to pick some more of these up tomorrow if we go to Blick. Get the shadow in there. that. Now go back to the light blue. Kind of just blend. Put a little bit on the yellow there. I don't know, I guess I could get the blender to erase it, but I'll just go on the edge there. So we got about 15 minutes. I hope y'all just enjoyed hanging out a little bit today once we got the chat going. I don't know if I can fix that or not. Let's see. Got a little bit of blue on my yellow. That's all right. To the yellow. Leave that real light there. Oh, you're welcome. I hope you're feeling better, Carol TMT. All right, so now pretty much his eye is just kind of black, doesn't even really have any color, but I want him to have some color, so I'm going to put a blue eye. Just saying. And then I need some like tan colors in there. Let me get my skin colors here. Yeah, that's good. Let's start with the lightest one. Because pretty much all these are like, it's almost like white with just a little bit of cream color. And same thing for his face. It's just got a little bit of like tan color in the reality of it. You know, in the real looking one, there's like, this is like white with just shading of cream color. So let's put a little bit. It's very subtle. You probably can't even see it. Same thing for his bill. His beak is really white. I mean, it's not even that shadowed. But I can't really get rid of the black, you know. I mean, I could paint it out, but I'm not going to. So, something like that. Maybe just one shade darker. This one is E00. I need 2. There we go. Just a little bit extra. Okay, then let's just make the black in his eye nice and dark and add an extra highlight with the Posca. Because the flesh shows through the white feathers. Ah, okay. Now I'm going to take a little bit of the black though, and some of these black areas I'm going to darken up just to give it more nice dramatic contrast, since there's not a lot of anything else going on here. And he's got a real black tip. And I know he probably didn't do it that way because then you'd lose the actual edge. Let's see, maybe I need to go over with white. Give it a nice edge. Just a little bit more dramatic edge with the pencil. Could actually even do that on his head. We could make it a little bit more light, hitting the top of his head. Let's do that. And maybe a couple of the feathers just have a little bit of shine to them, or a little bit of light, highlight to them. Why not? So anyway, guys, we'll put some kind of something gold on him too. Let's put a few little extra. His feathers look kind of blended and highlighted enough. Maybe a couple down here as well. A little more drama. I want to get that. I probably need a light yellow if I'm going to highlight those. Like a creamy yellow here. I'll just pick out a few. Dee Dee's bringing bling to the Okay, I think that's good. It's hard to stop though, you know, I keep wanting to make them stand out even more. Okay, so there's him. Oh, I lost my Posca highlight went bye-bye. I think it needs another coat. Love the colors, thanks. Now I just got to decide, do we want a bling anywhere? I mean a star. Maybe we'll just do something in the sky rather than touching him, you know? maybe we'll just do, let's just do a little planet here. And we'll do a, like a, and then do a, let's do a little something like this. Alright guys, got any questions or anything? Is anybody else streaming that y'all want to announce or anything before we go? Hopefully there was no problem with this one, you know, recording or saving or anything like that. Since they're doing changes. If there's no, you know, I'll put this up on YouTube, so. Alright, so let's just kind of look back at the ones we've done. Let's see how much it went through. There's how much it went through. And it, see, if I hadn't had this under it, it would have went on to this parrot. So make sure, alcohol markers, you need, thanks Packer Doll, you need to put some cardstock behind. Alright, so let's check out what we've done. The sea turtle. The rhino. I don't know what's different about it as far as what the person sees from your end, the chat. I don't know how it's different from what you guys are used to, but I don't have a pop-out chat and it's hard for me to read, so I don't know. There's this one, the striped octopus, and then let's see, what else do we have here? The parrot. And did we do anything else? Is that it? Oh, the iguana, or the bearded dragon. Where's the bearded dragon? And the bearded dragon. So those are what, got, what, about 5 of them done? You like, yeah, thanks, Moomy. Yeah, I put the turtle going through space. Yeah. So thanks everybody for being here. I'll probably post about maybe 3, because I like to always post the picture of the book that I work out of. So if I post the picture of the book, I think I can put 3 pictures with it on Twitter. So I'll pick the 3. I've already posted the bearded dragon. So I'll put this and 3 of the others on Twitter, so you can see them close up. So yeah, hope y'all enjoyed that. Thanks, guys. You can zoom in. I have zoomed in. It is okay. Okay, good. I'll do that next time, Jean. I'll make sure I do it like before I hit record and all and set it up, because during the stream, you know, I don't want to have to mess with settings. But that's good to know. Okay. Thanks, Jean. All right, guys, and thanks, Jean and Sarah O, for your help in trying to get my chat back, or get the chat back with the new program. So we got to get with the program. Okay, guys, we'll see. Let's go with that. Let's get some of that out. And I think I'll go with that teal on the top of him with maybe, let me get I clean my brush off with a Kleenex as I go, so just kind of clean that off. And then I think maybe some ochre, some yellow ochre here. Let's put that down in here. So I'm going to go with those 2 colors for the shell. And then under his body here, maybe some lime green or something. I'm just kind of, these are some general colors. Hey, Carol TMT. We finally got chat, although we have no pop-out chat. And I explained that at the beginning. I think I should start with a little bit of the yellow ochre first, because I want that around kind of the edges, some of in here. So yeah, we have no pop-out chat, but we're going to roll with it, even though it's really hard to read, tiny as it is. So yeah, so Sister Woman, how you been? It's been a while. Darcy too. I haven't seen Darcy really anywhere. Oh great, what's that? Why is the cable guy stopping in front of my house? I hope they're not hooking somebody up and gonna dislodge me. Just saying. They might be adding somebody to the cable system. I hope not. I mean, not that I don't want someone to get cable. I just don't want them to interrupt me. So we'll see. He's got his little bag. I think he's going to the house next door. Yeah. Let's see. Yeah, I think he's going to the house next door, so they might be getting cable. All right. Making a master sheet of all the passes. And now I'm going to go in here with the teal color. Yeah, I see him walking up to the house next door, so hopefully they're just not going to disrupt us here. And I'm going to put some teal with this ochre on the shell. So I'm trying not to like oversaturate it. It will buckle some, but I'm trying to kind of keep it not real wet. Still trying to see what John has been up to. Yeah, I guess she's hadn't said yet where she's been. She's been traveling in Zippy. You've been out in Zippy lately, Sister Woman? So I'm liking that. And, you know, keeping it like light, then it's, you still see all the line, you know, the grayscale underneath. Yeah, it's a little thicker than copy paper, but not much. But it's kind of like kind of coated or something. So it makes it a little like, I don't want to say more waterproof, but you know, it's a little more like a coating on it. So, yeah, I guess Jonna hadn't said how she's doing. Okay, I'll keep moving on. I was trying to catch up with her. So I'm going to use some sienna and a little bit of that ochre. And I've got my eye looking out the window at the cable guy. So, but I think underneath, like right under the shell here, is kind of a sienna color. But I'm not really following it exactly. Oh, I need to do those little squares too. Hang on, I gotta go back to the teal, because I want these little squares to be teal. Those little areas. And I think I want sienna in between. I might have to do that with pencil, just so I can get a nice crisp line in between. Thanks, Jean. A little bit more. And you really need to really let it dry before you add another layer. I'm kind of getting ahead of myself here because it'll start buckling if you do add too much water. That's true of any non-watercolor paper. But they kind of go kind of fast because they're so shaded for you. You know, it doesn't take a lot to make it look good. I bought a whole kitchen from the 50s. Oh, you're going to redo the whole inside of Zippy with the 1950s kitchen? All in aqua. Oh, you need to take pictures of your progress so we can watch it with you. Or is that too much pressure? Is it too much pressure to have us all watch you? And I know that there's another second book of his out. I haven't seen it or looked for it really. Thanks, guys. You like that blue? Yeah. So I think I'm going to go ahead and do his fins that color. No, let's see. I think I'm going to start with a lime green color. There's a little bit of green here, and I'm going to add some lime green too. I'm squeezing. This is where you add your water. Squeeze your water out on the palette, not when you're not here. Don't squeeze any water out here. I think I'm going to go ahead and do, and I want his, well, wait, let me go back, because I want some of that sienna color, like on his, part of his head here. And then I'll blend that in. And then I want some of that tealy color up in his face on the top part here. And also some lime green. I'm going to kind of just do it like all three colors there. Whoops, sorry, got out of... Oh, there goes the cable, guys, driving off. Okay, yay! So, I don't know, maybe you just had to check on something, or I don't know, but... Anyway, he's driving away, so we're good. All right, so then I think I'm going to do some green down in his face here. Well, really, it's too green. Let's just do a little there on the blue. It's real easy to do this because it's half done for you. You know what I mean, Vern? And then I want his fins. I'm going to do the fins green and then add some teal to it. So let's do all green here. And then the shell underneath, I'll have the sienna. So let's get all his little fins. Squeeze out some water on my palette and get this nice and thin. So if you have any questions, definitely put it in caps because I don't have pop-out chat and the type is tiny. I mean, it is. I've got my lappy as close as I can get without it being right on top of me. It's tiny, tiny without being able to pop it out and change any sizes. At least for now. We'll have to play with the settings. They're always changing something. So, alright, there we go. I want that. And I'm thinking I don't know, it kind of might be nice to have it a light color. Alright, let's go back to some of the ochre color under here. And some of the sienna color right under here. And now go back to the teal color. And I'm just taking some paint out of the palette here, putting it here, and if I want any water, I'm squeezing it out here. That's pretty much all I'm doing. Alright, so I'm going to do some of these. I guess I could just do the whole thing. There's no like light lines in between. Like that. A little shading with the teal color. So, hope everyone's doing well. I'm hoping to go to the museum tomorrow to see the Andy Warhol exhibit. That's pretty much all I got going. That's all I got. So that looks kind of cool. Now I think I want a little bit more of the ochre color right in here, just a little bit on top. Okay, let's go to the back fins, and again, just going to shade with the teal color. Yeah, Jean's doing the watercolor a month. What is that prompt play? Where are you getting your prompts from, Jean? I forgot because I'm not doing it. But Jean's doing a watercolor month of prompts, and she made her a little book. Oh, you're going to go see Spider-Man tomorrow in 3D IMAX. Fun, sister woman. Jean is doing the prompts. I'm doing the sketchbook summer, which is quite the challenge because you got to fill a sketchbook in a month, and I'm not near there. I don't know, you know, but I don't put the pressure on myself. If I don't get it done, it's like, oh well. You know, I'm working in the sketchbook, which I usually do anyway, but I'm working in it more just because of that. But am I going to stress about it if I don't finish it? No. Because I do plenty of art. Aaron, Doodle Wash started Worldwide Watercolor. Oh, okay, Doodle Wash. That's who started World Watercolor Month. Hey, Eileen. You have a solution for the pop-out chat? Tweet a picture and you can test it later. Okay, yeah, we don't want to test it now, do we? But you were right about it being turned off, Sarah. I had never had my chat turn off before, but I guess they did that because they were doing some changes. So I had to go in and physically, you know, after 7 years, I had to go turn my chat back, the chat enabling switch on, which I'd never had to do before in 7 years. But I did it and we got chat, but they changed everything now, so there's no pop-out chat. Angela, oh, that's right. You told me that before, Jean. Angela F-E-H-R, Fair, F-E-H-R, Angela Fair. I'm not sure how you pronounce it. So look how pretty that is. See? And it was nothing to do this. I think I might want some of the ochre. Let me water it down a little here. I might want the ochre so that that's not pure white on those, you know, in between. Just to have a tiny, tiny bit of color on there. On those lines. A coffee and art in the afternoon. I'm Dee Dee. I think we're going to color in some intricate ink. Tim Jeff's coloring book. I got this on sale at Hobby Lobby for like $6 and change, and I'm almost done with this iguana here, or Komodo dragon, or whatever it is. But I'm going to move on to the sea turtle here, and we're going to work on this. And so anyway, this is kind of also like a test with the chat. Apparently Ustream has changed some more things. Hey, Shalene, and I had to physically go in and turn chat back on. And I'll just say this at the beginning here so that if anybody's watching this recording, and I am recording, hopefully that's not going to be a problem, recording and uploading to YouTube. But we used to have the little people icon, the settings icon, and a little square here to pop chat out. That's no longer there. So we can't pop chat out. At least it's not there for me and for some of the other girls that are here. So that means my chat, now I have to toggle to see who's here and see the chat. And also I can't pop the chat out so it's bigger so I can read it easier. It's very tiny. I could, you know, I'm sure I can adjust the percentage, but I'm not going to do it now because that might just mess it all up again. So we're going to roll with it, and hopefully I can. It's very tiny for me to read, but I'll do my best. All right, so I'm going to look up some sea turtle colors, and do this. Hey, Mindy, and anybody else I missed, because I can't see the list. Let's see. I want to look up. I'm just going to use my phone here. Sea turtles. I just want to get the color of them. So, hope everybody's doing well. Let's see here. I know they're blues and greens, but I just want to see if I could find a nice clear color one. Otherwise, I'll just do them whatever I want. Because, you know, we're the boss of our color book. Let's see. That one looks kind of good. Color-wise. Let me do sea turtle colors. So definitely, if you want to talk to me, put it in caps. Okay, so here's one with blues and greens. That's pretty standard, although some of them are brown. I think I'll go with some teals and greens, something like that. So if y'all have any questions or anything, I think we'll go with those colors because they're pretty. Okay, so I'm going to use some watercolors. I have out my Gamzee Tan by Kuritakis. And I might have to get my light back over here because it got dark. Clouds went behind the camera. I mean, behind the clouds. So let's brighten this up a little. There we go. My blue one. Yeah, I think I'm going to do like tealy green, you know, like teal colors. The other thing that I'm using, I probably won't use necessarily on this turtle, but I also have my little sets of Jane Davenport here. This is good for skin especially, but right now I think I'm just going to mix me up some colors here in my little palette. Hey, hey, sister woman, Jonna, how you been? Good to see you. I'm kind of liking this color right here, this kind of tealy color. So let's see. Oh, the white does kind of make it stand out. Maybe I should leave it white. Oh, okay. So Doodle Wash asked Angela for the prompts. Okay. Oh, good. G&M prizes. Well, anybody that wants to do watercolor this month, then go check that out. I mean, peruse the awesomeness. Thanks, Carol TMT. They are replacing our chat with a non-flash chat. They're switching it for all users by August 31st. Ah, so is that what we're on now? The non-flash chat, Sarah? Is that what we're on now? Oh my goodness. There's always tweaks in there. Always tweaks. Fair. Okay, that's how you pronounce her name. Thanks, Jean. Yeah, Sister Woman's here, Eileen. I know, we've been grilling her. I mean, asking her polite questions. And she's redoing Zippy in 1950s kitchen. And knowing Jonna, she's probably doing it all herself. If for those listening, if you're watching this recording, Zippy is her. What year is your camper? It's a pull-along camper. What year is it, Sister Woman? It's one of those old vintagey looking teal or not turquoise, aqua color ones. Oh, okay, Sarah. You'll have to get on something else, Jean. Of course she is, Eileen, doing it herself. Yeah. 1963. 1963 Aqua. I might even have a picture of it. Let's see. Let me go to her Twitter from way back when. Let me do a search here. Scrappy Camper Sisters. Let's see. I think that's what it is. Yeah, there she is. All right, let me look in her media. She probably has a picture of Zippy in there somewhere. Oh, there's Ollie. Oh my gosh, I forgot about all your pictures here, sister woman. I'm looking for a picture of Zippy in here. It's like so cute. Oh, there's David Cassidy. What else you got in here, sister woman? Looking through your media. Let's see. Zippy's got to be in here somewhere. Hang on, guys. Hang on. Sure do go to a lot of events. No, that's a different. That's somebody else's there. Well, sister woman, don't you have a picture of Zippy in your? Oh, I bet there's one in Instagram. Do I need to go to Instagram? Thanks, Shalene. Maybe I need to go to Instagram, sister woman. I really wanted to show off Zippy, but not seeing it in your in your Twitter. Let me go over to Instagram. See if I can find it there. Because I know it's your profile picture. Let's see if it won't let me bring up the profile picture on Instagram. Oh my gosh. There's got to be a picture of Zippy here somewhere. I'm trying. I'm not finding it. You tweeted a pitch to you, but no, for later. Okay. All right. Thanks, Sarah. I will. I for sure will. Now I'm trying to find Zippy, and not any luck. I can't believe you don't have any pictures of Zippy anywhere. For goodness sake, sister woman. Well, here's a little pin, a little clothespin.